Hey, another video for the channel. This time it's kind of part 3 in a series that wasn't intended to be a part 3. This is my BYOguitar.com Les Paul Jr. You might check out part 2. I thought I was finished, but after playing it for a year and really loving the way it sounded and played, I realized I wasn't as happy with the way I finished it in this kind of brown, ugly brown stain. So I decided to refinish her so she looked as good as she sounded and played. So here she is. This is the finished product, hot off the presses. I literally finished her 30 minutes ago. I strung her up after wiring her up earlier today. And this is it. I kind of finished her in a two-tone finish. I stained the back and the sides with a Minwax gunstock based, not base, but Minwax based stain called gunstock. And then I kept the top here kind of natural. And how I did that was just my sander, my orbital sander. When I was removing the finish, I kind of came across the fact that I could kind of remove it and not touch the sides and all that stuff. And I really liked it. I was just going to do the whole thing in this lighter kind of red stain, but after I was sanding it off and all that, I realized that looks really kind of sweet, so I just kept it that way. I stained it. Before staining, I sealed the grain so I could achieve a nice higher gloss. I finished it with 2 coats of True Oil, kind of as a stain for the top to just kind of enhance the kind of the grain and all that stuff in the top. And I did the whole body in True Oil, 2 coats, and then I did 3 coats of Wipe On Poly from Minwax again. But this time, instead of wiping it on, I used a foam brush to kind of achieve a more even application, and it just kind of goes on a little nicer. And I don't know if the camera's kind of picking it up, but you can see from the light there, I'm getting a gloss. So it's not a high gloss, but it's pretty shiny. And I'm really pleased with how it came out. The other thing I did is I remade the pickguard in a tortoiseshell pickguard. It came with a black one, and the black one, the cutaway just never really matched up. I was always like, it just didn't look right. So recut it and kind of follow the contour of the cutaway right here and right here, trying to get it to look a little bit natural. Kind of flow with the guitar and to go with the color scheme I chose. And I also did the truss rod cover in the tortoiseshell. So that's it. Everything else is the same. It's got the same Ken Armstrong dog ear P90 pickup with the Schroeder bridge. I think it's Jason Schroeder, not Jeff Schroeder, is what I said in the other video. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. It's got, you know, USA 500K pots with a bumblebee cap, Graphtec nut, and that's it. And that's just, you know, it's a Les Paul Jr. It's everything you want a Les Paul Jr. to be. It's a P90 that screams. It's loud and hummy, but it's a real resonant guitar. The second I built this thing, I just loved it. It just sounded killer, and I've been playing it nonstop since I built it. And I just, you know, I wanted it to look as good as it sounded, so decided to go with the refinish, and it was a lot of fun. So if you're thinking about refinishing your guitars and all that stuff, I encourage it. It's so much fun. I tell my wife it's kind of like meditation for me. I'm out in the garage sanding and using my tools and all that stuff, and I just love it. You know, usually it's late at night after my daughter's asleep, so I get to get out there and get sweaty at night, and I love the whole process. I love the sanding, the finishing, you know, the wiring. I love it all. A lot of people don't like some of the little processes in there, but I love them all. So that's it. BYOguitar.com. Again, if you're looking to get your feet wet, kind of building guitars or learning about building guitars, I can't recommend that site enough. They've got great stuff. Every time I build something from them, I keep learning and learning and learning. So much so to the point I've got some big stuff planned in the future. Hopefully an original build here soon. It's already in the works. But my experience doing this, building these kits has gotten me some work. I've done some refinishing and rebuilds for a buddy of mine, and I've got 2 commissions sitting here behind me that I'm working on. They're complete rebuilds of old guitars, but you know, refinishing and mods with wiring and all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's what I've been up to lately. I hope you'll subscribe and hit subscribe and check out some of my other videos. I hope to have a lot more content here coming on the channel very soon. It's sometimes it's a little hard to get the videos up here, but I'm always thinking about them, and I had a free moment to spare, so I thought I'd do a quick video on this. You already heard what it sounded like. You can check out the other video to hear what it sounds like. It still sounds just as killer. It plays just as killer. Luckily, when I put it back together, it just went back together, and I didn't even have to readjust the truss rod or nothing. It just threw it back together and strung it up, and off we went. So check out the other videos. Please subscribe. It's good to see y'all. Take it easy.